So I had an idea of what I was going to perform, but I don't know after all of that. I really just don't know. Okay. I'll just get into it. What is faith? Faith is the reason why I'm standing here today. Although it is invisible, faith is why I choose to rise up every morning, but I'm not gonna lie, there have been times when I've considered suicide. You see, there was just something comforting about the thought of not waking up just to be hurt again by some guy or some supposed friend, and there was something real pleasant about the thought of seeing lost loved ones' faces again. However, I'm here now, so evidently I chose faith to hold me down, you see, because faith took my heart from being disintegrated and miraculously from some ethereal capacity, pieced it back together, and got me feeling whole again. My paraplegic mindset has been cured, and I can feel my soul again because I found faith. And in faith, I find more joy having God by my side all day, all night, with his hands all over my life than some person, some loud, some Moscato, some gamer, some make it rain trick any day. And as my friend once said, faith is love, and so I believe in order to find that, you need to get on your knees, open your mouth, and give him some. Don't waste your time and your thoughts on just anyone. Even though faith is hard, do not allow yourself to fall victim to the consistent, ever-persistent persuasions, temptations, and solicitations of this world. Granted, you'll be forgiven, and he died for our sins. You can't forget the fact that he is risen, so realize that faith requires strength, which I strive for more of every day, because the excretion of weakness leaving from the body, mind, and spirit is often miraged and camouflaged as pain, when faith is just the continuous desire for a change. Yeah, we've all made our mistakes and have tried to replace his words with our own in hopes that his plans for us would be rearranged, but we need to accept the fact that that's not going to happen. Each and every one of our stories has already been written just in some foreign language we don't quite understand, but when translated back into English, spells out faith. And God is faith. So I know that by having him, I have it infinitely, and somewhat recently, I lost a couple people who I loved. And even though inside my heart may be broken and on my words I'm slightly choking, I'm here. And you are too. Because faith by definition is actually something simple, and being faithful should be something easy to be. I just wanted to remind you that the key to faith is taking that first step onto the substances of things hoped for, and then ultimately becoming evidence of things unseen. Thank you. Whew. I don't know why I'm nervous. It's been so long since I've been behind my phone. I wrote a little song. There's no music to it, and I'm more nervous singing than I am speaking, so just bear with me. I never felt so free. I never felt so lucky. I never felt so lovely. But now that I can see, I love me. Said I love me. Said I love me. For once in my life, I feel so glorious, joyful. You know what? Let's speed it up. Can we speed it up? Like clap, like okay. For once in my life, I feel so glorious, joyful inside of me. So at peace, smiling infinitely. Just sitting back and admiring life and loving all the laughs and lies told to me. People are so funny, but it's 'cause of you that I am me. Because of you I am happy, and I am thankful for the ups and the downs, 'cause now I know what was missing. I never felt so free. I never felt so lucky. I never felt so lovely, but now that I can see, I love me. Said I love me. Said I love me. That's the whole thing. Okay. I got one more piece I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna sit down for the sake of time. Huh? You want me to sing again? I never never felt so free. I never felt so lucky. I never felt so lovely. But now that I can see, I love me. Said I love me. Said I love me. Like, keep going. For once in my life, I feel so glorious, joyful inside of me. So in peace, smiling infinitely. Just sitting back and admiring life and love and all the laughs and lies told to me. People are so funny, but it's 'cause of you that I am me. Because of you, I am happy, and I am thankful for the ups and the downs, 'cause now I know what was missing. I never felt so free. I never felt so lucky. I never felt so lovely. But now that I can see, I love me. Said I love me. Said I love me. Good. As they stated, I'm the talent coordinator, and we need more talent. So if you know people, if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, just send them my way. My email is danitra@missiontoexpose.com. Pretty simple. And I'm gonna do this piece and then I'm gonna leave. Okay. Thank you guys so far. He opened his mouth and sex came out. Penetrating my every expectation, he seduced me. Touched me in ways that most other dudes do in privacy. Privately, he cut deep into me, oral biopsy. He extracted pieces and parts of me that others have yet to see, and satisfied every orifice of my body, just verbally. And at that point, I was exasperated, provoked to the point where I was beyond elated. I was filled with him, and you see, he was not like most men, because I knew the sex he was giving me was on a whole nother level compared to them. And I knew that with them, I was able to satisfy without competition, not to mention I'd excite them to their peaks with no release, like hypertension, have them drilling at the mouth like they're mentally debilitated, intellectually deflated, and hypothetically castrated because I took their manhood. Treated them like a real woman should, which they just weren't ready for. We compared weights, thought we bounced out, but fact of the matter was we were not true contenders, because the scales tipped with the fast flip of my tongue. I sexed them out of control. It looked like another love TKO, and so you can imagine my surprise when me and he locked eyes and he spoke to me in a language synthesized with love, romance, temptation, lust, and translinguistic tango, an unrehearsed dance. He wooed me and easily established that any other male was obsolete who tried and aimed to pursue me, said nobody could do me like him. He pleased me lyrically with such profound direction that I developed a spiritual erection, and I came because you see we don't normally do those things. See, our flesh stutters. We don't know what to do with one another. Which organs do we use to really light a fuse and cause an explosion in one another? Do we use the things between our legs, my nest and his shaft, or do we use muscles of a different type of mass, our tongues? They work in several different ways, more than one. Their usage is necessary to truly speak, feel, and relate. We need to ejaculate meaning, moving our mouths with methodical mastication, creating a cyclone of salivation like a tongue twister, a lung gripper, snatching away our oxygen, boa constrictor, me and Mr. Brother to the night. He's the blues in my left thigh and the funk in my right. And orally, he pleases my mind, body, and spirit. The day I lose him, I fear it, because he touches me in ways that no other man can or could, despite how big their drive is. He knows exactly how to hit that spot inside. You can't imagine what his size is. It's magnanimous. And it is the stimulus that sexes me into drowning saturation, but it's not even a physical sensation. It's just the result of him and his use of magnificent verbal stimulation.